All right, hello. Okay, so this is the Sigma escape room. My topic was destroy the Earth. Is my me. All right, please enjoy. Oh, do I have to click? Oh my God, I have to click. Okay, so basically, I don't. Yeah, I think you want this one here. Okay, what is an escape room? An escape room is a real team-based game where players solve puzzles and follow clues in a themed room to complete a given mission or to escape within a specific amount of time. It requires teamwork, critical thinking, and creativity. OBC requirements. So basically, when it comes to escape room, you have to have the OBC requirements because there are a lot of things that can go wrong. And there's a lot of, stuff since it's an escape room, there's issues with, where are all the exits going to be. So here it is. So room size minimum here. So I have the minimum, I have the exits here. So two exits. There has to be public washrooms, barrier free. Also, they have to be like barrier free design. So for example, like adding ramps and stuff. That's one thing I did. I cited all the OBC stuff. This took a long time. Yeah, smoke alarms too, and sprinklers, fire extinguishers, and all that. This is important. Safety is number one, of course. So now for the building shape, basically like I wanted it to be unique, and so I was just thinking of some like polygons or something. Here's the Pentagon here. So it looks pretty cool and it's pretty recognizable. So I was thinking to do something like this. Now for the location is very important for what's going to be. So of course it's going to be in Ontario because they're following the OBC requirements. But however, we have to pick a city because what happens is that if you go to like Toronto or something, there's already too much stuff in Toronto, right? Every city has its own attractions. Like in Mississauga, it'd be Square One in Toronto CN Tower. And there have to be a lot of people living in the said city to gain income from the project. And some of these cities are here, Brampton, Hamilton, Vaughan. Of course, I'm gonna pick Brampton. You already know that. So sketch one. So now this is the first sketch here. So I drew a 3D. This took a long time to draw a 3D. Oh, wait. Okay. And basically here, as you can see, I have the lobby here, then the rooms, the four escape rooms. I added a fifth room here as like a hallway to go through here. However, it didn't have any exits or anything, and I didn't really think about like putting the exits here, so that's what I had to do. As you can see here, so now I started to put more windows, and here I was looking at better designs, so I added like this nice little uh like angled edge here to like slowly just like put it out. And the flow of the room is pretty nice too. Like the door opens, you go through this one. It reminds me of like this game on Roblox where you gotta like go through a bunch of doors and all that. And you just come back to where you started. Now sketch three, so this is where it really gets good. So now here I was having like a giant just like burst of like brain juice, whatever you want to call it. Like the electrolytes were just going crazy in my head here. So I was like putting a bunch of circles here and I was just like I was thinking of cylinders and all that, and I was like, man, that's like that would look good, but that's also like not gonna look good because how would I put all the rooms and stuff? Like if all the rooms are circular, they're gonna look way smaller than they actually are. As you can see here. So now the reason why the lines look bad here is because I had to do so much like angles and stuff. Like it was because remember it's equilateral triangle because all the sides are the same. That's why there's only one side here labeled six. For here, drawing the 3D was also really hard, like the angled view. So I tried to make a side view. This is not what the side view would look like. The side view would look very different. So for the final sketch, what I did was I removed like the round. I removed the cylinders from the side. Every single time I click, it's like so I removed this stuff. I added the exit doors here, and of course the last sketch is gonna be the most detailed sketch. Because it's like when you're having like a giant, you're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna add everything now. As you can see here, I have the middle part, and then I have the extra like doors right here, the inner doors. So the flow would go like that. I'm gonna explain that after. I made a side angle view here, and then I made a isometric view. Now for the bubble diagram, basically like what I want to do is I want to make full accessibility. So now what happened first was that I was planning to make so that you first start in the lobby, you go to the optics, and then you go to chemistry, and then you go to biology rooms, and then you go to climate change, and then from there you just go back into the lobby. Now this made sense because we could save a lot instead of making a whole separate hallway and stuff to go through. And also what happens is that you can go through, so there's gonna be three doors in, yeah, three doors in the center. And by the way, you're gonna have to go through this one to get to here. There's an arrow here just to show that you can go through here to here. But it's basically so that you can literally go wherever you want. So if I want to go to chemistry, I can go through here. But first you gotta do all the ring parts and then you can go through here and then go through here. There's also exits like in these places too, so that like just in case like fire breaks out. I don't know why a fire would break out, but like, we're being extra safe here, no liabilities. Also, the washroom is like is outside, so you get there from the lobby. So now the model. So now here is the model. This took a long time to make. I'm not even gonna lie. And so now all the dimensions for the model are in the images, not the actual like thing, because for some reason like it wasn't working. I don't know why. So I just added it here in the images. It's pretty nice. This is the inside here. It says top view. These are all the exits that I was talking about earlier. And one more thing. Wait, is there? Okay, I'll explain the inside later. Okay, so now for the pre-construction. So now that I got my model, now that I got my plans and I got everything, here's my construction. So now as you can see here, I got the cardstock, I got the 1x cardboard, I got the glue sticks, and then I got the best pen in the world. This is the best pen in the world. I'm not joking. This is like the moment you start writing with that pen, it'll be the best. So now the main body. So first of all, what I did was, of course, I got the three pieces of cardstock. I had a fourth extra one, and I used all like I literally had no leftovers whatsoever. That's something nice. So what I did was I cut each one at a 60-degree angle right here. That was pretty hard because the things like like the pieces weren't folded properly into like actual like rectangle because I wanted to leave like a little like pyramid shape sort of. It's really hard to explain, but I managed to do it. And so now this is me putting like extra piece of cardboard inside so that it could perfectly just like fit in there and it looks all nice and beautiful and the edges are nice and rounded and all that. Now for the lobby, what I did was I put two slits right here, so that this little piece right here could just slide in. And then this is the interior right here. So now for the final room, what I did was I basically made a cylinder right here. I cut some doors in the cylinder. Oh my God, this mouse thing. I have a mouse thing where like if you shake it, it highlights something. And basically what I did here was I made a circle and then I cut in some stuff so that it would go in. It would just it would make like a satellite dish. You just glue that stuff on there, put that there. That's it. Boom, bada bing. It's done. I don't think there's anything for me to explain there. So now basically I had extra cardboard left, and so I was like, oh yeah, I need to make the washroom. So so instead of adding it onto the lobby, I added it outside as a porta potty. But like you get the idea. It's out there, the nice beautiful porta potty, you want to go outside. This is the ramp right here for the accessibility part of the OBC requirement. So wheelchair people can like use this and all that. This is what I did with the scrap. I made this scrap monstrosity. That's that's what I made. Now these are the final pictures here. Isometric view, and this is like the thing on Google Earth here. Um, I got inspiration from Google Earth and I drew on the thing here. This is the inside, so I was seeing the doors go up like that, like they'd go up like weirdly, like they go up like castle doors. More pictures right here. So this is the inside right here. I just love how like this thing works right here. And this is some more stuff. These edges, these things just slide up. And then now evaluation pros and cons. So now basically the pros of this was it was very stable. There was multiple removable sections. You see the interiors. very accurate to the scale. It looked very nice. The OBC requirements were like exceeded. All the materials were used as fullest extent, and the design was unique and equal, and the equilateral triangle design worked. The cuts were rough. That was something that I didn't like about it, and it wasn't painted, and also there could have been more interior decorations. Now, how can I make it even better? Well, to solve so what I'd do first is I'd paint it, right? And then I would like sand it maybe a little bit, make it look nice. And then add more cardboard frames and strips. I would have made better cuts because some of the cuts I did was rough. And I would have made it look more polished. So now the final statement. So now this build was a final bang to finish off this year. It was designed, built, and executed to perfection. I really wish we could have painted it because it would look way better, but it is the actual build that matters way more. I could see myself going to an escape room like this and it being very fun and unique. However, I did not explain how it works or gives any details. Well, I didn't feel like I was giving much detail at all. I think it's missing something. Oh yeah, destroy the Earth, Sigma escape room. Story is the year 2077. Earth is a dystopian nightmare. One day, a couple of mysterious people arrive to your home. You then realize you forgot to pay your taxes, and now the IRS is at your door. They escort you to a room and give you a choice: pay back the funds or help the government do some research. They then take you to a research facility. The researchers explain that the Earth has been going through severe climate change, ruining everything on the planet. To research and troubleshoot the problem, they say that they need to destroy the Earth before swiftly explaining that you only need grade 10 level science to operate the station. Your mission is to get through the station, power on the station's beam of destruction. You don't really think about what the scientists are saying, but you agree to it anyways for a promised prize. The GERT station. So now this is the thing. This is the actual like escape room here. Now, my God, I hate this thing. Okay, the grid station or giant unnecessary revolving triangle station is a pristine station in a triangular shape. There are four quadrants in total, each having their own function for the station: optical, biology, chemistry, and climate change. Gert, this to take you to the station. Good luck, they say. Player progression. So basically, the lobby, optics, chemistry, biology, climate change is basically just like the same bubble diagram, but organized way better. Just to show you like the different rooms. So floor plans. Now this is like the bubble diagram, but like 3D here, sort of. So like you start here in the lobby, you go to optics, and you go to chemistry, and you go to biology, then you go through climate change and you go back. Now location of the escape room. So basically what I did was I found a place on Google Earth that was right next to Brownlee City Center and I placed it there. So after that great story and introduction, we have decided to set our location to Brampton, right outside of Family State Center. This is an optimal location that will put Brampton, quote unquote, on the map, and most importantly, make me money. Final verdict. This is completely legal and up to OBC standards. This escape room has the best design, ideas, plot, location, model, experience, and will generate a ton of money. Don't believe me? Look at our reviews. Justin, it's a good escape room. If I were to grade this, I would give it a 92.7 on D2L. Abir, this escape room has taught me grade 10 science and tech design to the finest of details. I would give it a 9.27 out of 10. This Leon, this utmost enlightening escape chamber has imparted unto me the principles of the sciences and technological design, has taught me in the 10th year of as taught in this 10th year of scholarly pursuit, with the highest of degrees. Were I to assign a measure of merit, I would declare it worthy of no number less than 9.27 out of 10. Walter White. This guy's actually some random guy. It wasn't actually Walter White. Honestly, this is such an awesome escape room that makes me shiver my timbers when I see this well-established triangular building. It'll definitely be worth 9.27 million out of 10 million. Donald J. Trump. I love this escape room. I really do. I mean, really, it's the first time I looked at it. I said it was going to be a very great escape room, quite frankly. I give it a 9.27 Trump coins out of 10. I really do. Anyways, so that's it. Thank you.